morning and afternoon, evening to those joining us. I'm Snowbear, joining this early morning race, or is it just night? Really? Me soon. Our races is our second quarterfinals match between Snorms and asazas. This is gonna be a lot of exciting things. That's a little bit later start. 3 in the morning right here. And we have an exciting day. Right now, Raylan's on audio call right now. He'll be joining shortly. We have Porygon 2. Oh, that's all we need. Greetings, Raylan, Persian, and Porygon. The Snorms, they're both fans of Porygon 2. My buddy. Oh, it's good to see. Yeah. I did not know what the item was. Nothing interesting. There's the plane. Like, make sure I'm up in everything. Don't know what the item was. Oh, was that a free water stone? Well then, guys, looks like we have a 2100 $Poké discount. Oh, and that's a very runnable Porygon too. Ice Punch Blizzard. Ooh, I love that already.
Ooh. I like the sound of that.
Surprisingly, neither of them are going to kill things, but oh, we see now an Espeon, we saw Victory Bell, and we saw Yanma. I don't know. I upon seeing the moveset, I guess Storms wasn't confident that it would kill Victory Bell in one blow. I was very confident that he could kill Yanma's. I think Storms is going to be pretty happy with that Porygon 2. We have also a complimentary TM for that. We have been seeing Espeon. We may see our runners go back for that though. Espeon is one of the best Pokemon to find here as well. But Porygon 2 is a very good starter.
Yeah, and what Plainbatch already found, there's a potential that strength might not be too far off, so having stab strength on a Porygon 2 also would help complement the moveset.
Too. Oh, it's not even stab strength for the Plainbatch. Actually, the best part of the Plainbatch is not even the normal boost, it's the speed boost. Ooh. Which is going to be massive for a Porygon 2, which is not the speediest of pokes. But getting a speed boost will be pretty good to be able to actually potentially outspeed things in the early game.
And neither runner has decided to go back even for that Espeon. Probably not worth it.
Might see Snorms catch the Skater. Miltank is a possibility too. Oh, never mind. Just murdering the Gator. Look, can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, I mean,
it's going.
This Porygon 2 looks great. Why consider trying something else that's not way higher level?
Exactly, right? This is amazing. I'm hoping to keep it for the entire time. And we get our item finder already. Professor Oak making sure we know how to find our items.
I mean, some of them are hidden, and we don't know where any of them are, so we really can't.
I don't know how we could any way before I find it. Do you see Snorms picking up the berry by the house, but not picking up the poison cure berry? Asazas does pick up the poison cure berry, and save it for youngster Mikey. Thrash Granbull. You know, That would have been a threat had we not had significantly higher levels on Snorms' side.
Also, Snorms missed 2 blizzards in a row. It's unfortunate there.
Alright, finally throwing the Sneasel, very good. It very much deserves it. I've had to throw from both sides. So see, the only main difference is that Snorms has been brutally murdering all encounters. Asazas unfortunately found a Miltank he couldn't quite run away from. Okay, so Snorms is gonna try to catch the female gator because this just needs another Pokemon to have around.
Yep.
Although Sludge Bomb poisoning may be regretting not having that Poison Cure Berry.
Oh, and that gator doesn't want to stay in the ball.
It very much does not, and needs to get in the ball right now, or else he's gonna take. Okay, no, he's got TM for asazas, although it very much needs to stay in the ball. This angry gator.
Yeah, this would definitely been a decent gator to run.
I mean, he did find a male one earlier. Female gator, of course, is not an attacker for the most part. It has got 0 or 1 DBs in the attack. We are seeing Wigglytuff in and a blue card in the cave. Poison Tick's actually surprisingly helpful to light up the cave. If you can deal with the flashing, actually does a good job of showing it up. Yeah, so hopefully we have nobody who's photosensitive, such that the poison is disturbing them. Our runners did pick up the escape rope right away. So they don't even have to spend money to get to the escape rope chamber. I can just do shopping all in one go. How convenient.
Yep.
Asazas is already there. Asazas will need a second Pokemon eventually. Storm's taking the center, as expected, so when there's near poisoned.
Just hit up the mart after all.
We got an Ultra Ball, very much required. And some more TMs, and a piece of and a lump of coal.
Pretty sure, though, there was a machine part in there as the first item.
Oh, was there now? I didn't see that, but I will go by your word.
Oh, we have a second chance at Snorm's side.
Yep. It was indeed a machine part. So somebody decided they wanted to hide. I don't even know how they got the machine part in here. Somehow I guess threw a rope through the wall, the hole of the wall, but it makes no sense to me. Sasa's getting an encounter in Tin Tower. Not Tower, Sprout Tower. Thunder Punch Blastoise. I think that a lot of people would appreciate that. So Snorms, did he go shopping for escape rope earlier? I know he went shopping.
Yes.
Oh yes, he did. Okay, he's got enough for that. Considering the Blastoise, he's gonna switch to it. I honestly, it's very understandable. I still wouldn't. I have priorities. Petal Dance, Toxic Heal Bell. Not the TMs that Snorms was looking for, considering we already have Petal Dance. But, you know, Thunder Punch, Ice Beam, Blastoise is pretty dang good.
Yep. When Snorms continues to struggle with Blizzard, again, 2 misses in a row. That's the unfortunate side of
it.
it.
Target practice, alright? It is gonna be locked into that Petal Dance. So we'll see what it is. I don't know, I think the Porygon 2 had enough experience. Ooh, Flamethrower! Oh, goodbye, Blizzard. Storms is tired of missing Blizzard and is ready for the fire.
Understandable.
Our picks today were Porygon, Persian, and Porygon 2. So I am still very much more in favor of this Porygon 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can
But
see
the
that.
Blastoise might have better coverage, but Porygon 2 is a Porygon 2. Oh, the Porygon 2 is already amazing. It didn't need Blizzard. It didn't need Flamethrower to be amazing. Hyper Beam Snorlax. I think both of our runners are going to be very glad that they have very bulky pokes.
Yep. When the Blaster still almost goes down. And it will go down against the next one. Asazas doesn't heal.
He will heal. Looks like we still have the held item on the Porygon 2. Might be that Waterstone still. But yes, I think our runners will have both of them a very easy time getting through this. I'm always in favor of Porygon 2. It's 105 special attack. It is pretty much the most specially runnable normal type, and it can be very workable. Blastoise, of course, can take very many hits, even from a Thunderbolt Houndour. Oh, counter Sudowoodo. Well, neither of our runners are going to be having trouble with that, though, as they'll be mostly using special attacks against it anyways. Okay, never mind. The Porygon 2 doesn't have the Waterstone. I don't know what its held item is then. Karate Chop Hypno was not on today's favored list. It's just too bulky. Refuses to go down. Octazooka. I think that's goodbye Pedal Dance. And Snorms has totally remade his Porygon 2's moveset.
It's not really much more that you want.
I mean, if you really wanted Pedal Dance, you could always teach it back. But yeah, he's got perfect coverage now.
Yep.
Oh, almost perfect coverage. Oh, Paralyzed Gerber. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Although he may want to take it off of that Porygon 2 next time. Unfortunately, he does get paralyzed by Hypno. Hypno being a jerk as always.
Yep. But we could be lucky that it was having growth to the moveset.
Oh, we have a paralyzed heal there anyways. Oh, never mind, just switching it through. Surprised he used the paralyzed Skipper on that rather than just gave it to the Blastoise and used a paralyzed heal on its own. We can expect more electric moves in its future.
And we kinda did see the problem of Snorms getting rid of Petal Dance for now. Water types do become a little bit of a bigger problem now. As
They
Snorms
are a little bit more of a problem. That is very much true. As yeah, there is a Slowbro there. Not something that asazas will have to worry about. But you know, it still gets through it pretty easily though. Flamethrower is Flamethrower.
Yeah, level advantage also definitely does help at this stage. But yeah,
Flamethrower not doing super well against the Gator. We do know some of its moves, although it will have overlearned one of the moves that we saw. Potentially, it looks like over Hyper Beam because it still finishes off with it. Or finishing Snorms off with it. But yeah, we do see that problem with getting rid of Petal Dance right away, unfortunately. Sorry Blastoise, we don't want to learn Pound. You don't get to go to the Pound Town today.
we do know that there's a rock slide TM somewhere around, so if we are switching to physical main at some point, that's maybe something that we have at least
Snorms'
useful for.
aggravation with Blizzard, I can hardly imagine he would love rock slide, you know, and it's 90 accuracy.
Well, at least to help you be unwalled against Ghost, it's definitely a move you can have.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, I personally like that. He's giving the Water Stone to Gator. You can hold on to this, please. Saves me time shopping in the mart. Oh, we have the secret potion already, alright. Looks like Jasmine was on a kind of a stroll around here and may have just dropped the secret potion here.
It's definitely nice to find it early, so you don't have to worry about getting going up the lighthouse a second time.
Absolutely. Rockslide is very amazing though, yes, with flinch and, you know, just very good base damage as well. I mean, it's always fun. Actually, a lot of people get the move description a little bit confused here. In this game, it's actually a move that may flinch, that may cause flinching. Not drops rock on the opponent. Dropping rocks on the opponent is rock throw, exclusively rock throw. And we do have that clear bell picked up by Snorms.
Yep, definitely an interesting find. Having potential access to Tin Tower a bit earlier can be a potential point for main switching.
I mean, it's definitely possible. I do see Snorms is one of the people who loves to clear out places as much as possible, so I don't think he was going to hesitate to clear out Bordy anyways, but he will especially do it now. Maybe to... especially because he knows I'm on commentary. Selling the TMs, and it's gonna hold on to Outrage for the moment. It is selling those black glasses, so don't expect any swag cargoes anytime soon.
Yeah, I was also saying selling the feint attack might be something you might want to hold on for a few more minutes and see if you have an early main switch to another special type Pokemon that might need assistance.
I mean, I could understand that. At this point, yeah. I don't think he's going to switch out. He's going to stick with the Porygon too, and honestly, feint attack is not the most needed of moves, honestly. Although we do see Sasa's definitely catching up more because due to all these water types now that he's lost his water type coverage.
Yep.
Fire and Ice unfortunately does not cover water types.
It does fine against water, ice, stuff like that, but
I think both of our runners are pretty happy with their mains. So definitely not seeing them skip all the way to Goldenrod at this point.
Especially since we don't have really any way past Goldenrod at the moment, so not really much reason to.
Honestly, even if I was not happy with that main, I'd just be led to Goldenrod anyways. Yeah, so Asasa's better moveset is definitely helping his Blastoise catch up quickly to Snorms' movement advantage at the moment. But I think in the long run, Snorms is still going to be a little bit better off, just with his juice due to Porygon's, I think, just overall better stats.
And I guess
Stab Surf is Stab Surf, so as soon as he picks Sasa's picks up Surf, not only will he have complete full coverage, he will also have very good move in Surf, which is going to be extra boosted.
So Snorms really could use that strength to be pop-up soon to complement the moveset maybe a bit more. Get a different move against water types, and that's not as unreliable as Vital Throw.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably see either. I'd be happy with double edge, body slam, or even I would just slap strength on it. Don't worry about that. Yeah. We have flash Shirley. Ooh, interesting.
No Zephyr badge.
Oh, and Sasas gets an encounter in Slowpoke Well.
Ooh.
A rare encounter in there. Snorms very much repelled that. And I like this move overall.
It was also the very last possible tie to get the encounter.
Yeah. Octazooka being a little bit of a butt and missing. Storm's going back to the old reliable Vital Throw, which never misses. It just has you going second. Or it's a never miss move, except for the fact that when someone goes out, of course, semi-invulnerable.
Eradicate manages to poison Porygon 2 again.
Snorms has just not been having fun with that. And Sasas opts to go to the gym instead. Snorms going for the rival is not surprising, because then you get to have the rest of those repel stabs actually do their work. Probably is going to use that full heal right now as well. Yep. Max revive, always good to see. Speedy and Jolteon, you don't see that every day. That's where the plane badge comes and helps out. An easy PP up. So Sasas is through most of the gym. Won't have any problems. Is saving though. And the charcoal guy was nice enough to actually walk down. I've seen him more than enough times walk into the corner.
Unfortunately, just handed out a potion though, so
well,
not just really that helpful.
I mean, why else do you think he actually came to? If he had anything important, he'd be running away. Kettle Dance Grimer, not very threatening. And so Bugsy's gonna be down pretty easy, no problem. And okay, there's a headbutt TM. I think Snorms is gonna be very happy with that. Probably would teach that to the Porygon 2 right away over that Vital Throw.
Yep, I can imagine so.
It's gonna be a very good stab move. It's not gonna be a lower priority. And, you know, honestly, just a good move to have.
Not 10 less space power than strength, but still very, very strong, so you take
we
it,
have Psybeam.
Ooh.
Alright, so that's a good coverage move for Asazas. Very good. So Slipper might not have killed the Grimer in one go, but the burn definitely did, which is always nice to see. Oh, the Porygon 2 has a sleep-inducing move. And I guess we have an Ice Beam Porygon 2. I don't think Storm is going to be training that away if he has. He doesn't have to.
So this Porygon 2 learned Flamethrower on level up, Ice Beam on level up. I imagine we will be seeing a Thunderbolt on level up soon.
Oh, I would love to see a Thunderbolt on level up. Only because I love seeing Porygon 2 in action. Everyone sleeps on the digital duck.
It needs moves to go with it. Just the base stats alone are not making you finish this game.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's bulky enough to be running a little late game, so definitely do it. Unfortunately, the Sasas runs out of steps just a little too soon in that gamble part before the charcoal guy, so... Oh, and there's the surf. Okay, so we may be seeing the fog badge soon. Teaching the headbutt and getting teach surf. And Snorms' moveset is pretty complete. I think only a T-Bill would be better. But normal water will cover is perfectly neutral coverage.
I think that headbutt definitely helps now.
Oh, absolutely.
Grab
So we are gonna see Snorms gonna. Oh, it sells this hyper potion too. I guess he's banking on getting enough. Oh, and the master and the. Okay, so he's just banking on getting enough money later on for those and healing items later on. Applies 1x defend. Nothing spectacular. Is just slapping. Oh, so Sauces does slap Surf over Tri-Attack on, keeps the side beam. Not a bad idea. I probably would have slapped it over side beam and kept that Tri-Attack for physical or for special walls like Blissey. But yeah, I don't see our runners doing too much of anything. I think we are gonna see Storm. Oh no, not equipping the Mystic Water, but yeah, it is out. See what the teams are again. Oh, that's a like slam, and a move they cause clinching. Just TM 30. I don't. Storm's not even gonna check what that TM is before resetting. Clearly not worth the phone call.
Yeah, I think there's pretty much only Thunderbolt that would be even worth it, and what's the chance of getting it right then and there?
I mean, there is a decent chance, but no, I wouldn't do it. Plus, if he really needs to find out, Morty will tell him what it is.
So we did see Waterfall in the Belmar basement, and there's a Zephyr badge, so we have Flash and Logic now.
Yep, that blue card is indeed in Logic.
Yep.
But more importantly, though, we do have the Miracle Seed guy who's there too.
True.
I was actually sort of surprised to see Snorms go get that item there. I know he usually... There's a couple of folks who don't like to do that quick loop for that blue card item. May have been looking for... Or not blue card, but like the item in... That was a blue card. And there, it's nice to get a preview of it, but you never know, like, if it's gonna... When it's gonna be in Logic. Yeah, pretty linear seed so far. Not too bad. We have very good mains for both of our folks. We have Bolt, or Thunder Punch, Ice Beam, Surf, Psy Beam, Blastoise versus Beam Thrower, Surf, Porygon 2, and this is, I think, like the third or fourth time Storms has been poisoned.
Yeah, also this Mew had quite decent moveset. Submission, Ice Beam, and Sludge Bomb.
It had Ice Beam? I thought it was just...
Nope.
I thought it was... yeah.
There was an Ice Beam in there too, so...
Poison Cure. See, that Poison Cure Berry from Bugsy came in play.
Yep.
So we do see Storms just straight away going to the, the gym, being very efficient with this move, whereas Asazas has decided to go into the basement instead first and do that part before. I do anticipate Snorms is probably going to buy a bunch of heal powders at this point, considering how many times he's been statused. This is, of course, the peril of having a slow poke, like Porygon 2 or Blastoise.
Yeah, I mean, would be definitely understandable at this point. There's
And we have
Fly.
Fly on Whitney.
Not able to use it yet, but having it already is kind of nice. We do need to find something that helps us progress soon, though. We are kind of running out of checks, and that loop around for the Kenya quest is getting more likely by the second.
Yeah, but I think both our runners are will be are actually hoping there will be a squirt bottle, because I don't imagine either of them really looking forward to switching off their mains. Their mains are pretty darn good.
Sure are.
As they've been hand checking the different checks kind of simultaneously. Snorms is battling this trainer ahead of time. I always like this play. You may not go to the basement early on, but the experience is more relevant at this moment than it would be, and you're still going to one-shot things, considering it's like level 7s to 11.
The play you can make when you are happy with your main and can use the experience. If not, there's not really the necessity at the moment to do so.
We do have a question in chat. Is the national park could have progression items? And absolutely can. We have said it, such that the items in the national park are the same regardless of if you're doing the contest or not. Thanks to ERC to be able to do that. Snorms is buying energy powders and some heal powders. Definitely cheaper than the normal full heals and eventually hyper potions. Or energy powders are not, or no, those are the super potions. We have the Kenya, same time buy them. So Sasa's a little bit of ahead of Snorms at this point. Just a nice pigeon. Sasa's not sparing that Sunkern a single bit, ice beaming it. Snorms at least saving the super effective text, which is enough to get him synced up with asazas.
Get another max potion. Could be worse.
So we have asazas gonna save here and do contests. I don't know, potentially contest strats, whereas Snorms is just taking the full thing. He may save here in case, yeah. So it's not, so if there's no progress here, he is gonna be a little bit more of a trek before, but there's our squirt bottle for both our. So Sasa's taking another save. Storm's just gonna eat the time loss. We're checking this item here.
Other TM.
Sasa's is probably gonna reset it away. Oh no, he's gonna keep it. TMs are TMs, and you never know when you may main switch in the future.
Yep. We do have the squirt bottle now, so also with Clearbell, there is the potential that Tin Tower comes into play sooner than later.
Snorms is repelling those 2 steps. The notorious Route 36 grass tiles. You know, as there's... Oh, and there's a Pikachu. Drown it, drown it, drown it! Thunder Punch Pikachu, actually. Okay, so... He's gonna freeze it instead, or he's gonna Ice Beam it instead. Sasa's sparing its life and running away.
Yep.
Soft Sand, okay, so... They're gonna have to toss an item for that Rock Smash GM. I don't know if Storms noticed that he was not able to get that item.
I mean... if you want to buy Rock Smash and are not getting Storm Badge right off of this Kenya tournament, you have to pass them again anyway, and maybe you do some shopping before.
Oh, and there's a Thunder Badge on the Kenya tournament quest. We don't even know what Kenya is. Neither of our runners looked at it.
Yeah, not much reason at this point. We don't really have any good badge that gives us protection against disobedience. And our mains are.
No, we have no obedience things, and plus our mains are pretty good. Snorms is gonna be kicking himself when he realizes that he's not able to get that Rock Smash TM.
Yeah, this.
Meanwhile, asazas is going, so. Sasa's getting TM from the item finder house. Storm is just merely picking up the item from the Kenya return, just PP up.
Oh no.
So unfortunately, well, Storms is gonna find out very soon that he's gonna have to take another trip to Goldenrod, or just gamble on the fact that he'll pick up a Rock Smash TM somewhere else.
I think at this point that's probably what's going to happen.
He realizes, wait a second, there is a TM missing here.
Yeah, so unless there is exactly Storm Badge in the Dark Cave behind Rock Smash, I don't think this is going to turn out to be too big a problem, especially with asazas also passing on Rock Smash for now.
Yeah, so you have to remember that the Rock Smash item here is, I mean, all Rock Smash items at this point are in logic because they do have Flash and Zephyr Badge, but even without Flash and Zephyr Badge, the Rock Smash item in Burn Tower is always there. And unfortunately, this is the problem with the asazas getting rid of that tri-attack, is that there's Blissey there. Storm's still not picking up the Rock Smash from the Rock Smash guy.
Yeah, again, at this point, you just hope that you are running into Rock Smash at some point, somewhere in the game.
Yeah, he is doing the Kimono Girls, which have been surprisingly required this entire tournament.
Yeah, also, if you're happy with your main, definitely a decent way to get your main up in a few more levels before you hit the rival, which has a 22 starter.
Yeah,
at that
something
point.
Like that, yeah. Yeah, around that level, so definitely worth doing. But anyways, we have the run more time, so I'll be quiet. So we have at least a Ghastly there.
Okay, that's a Ghastly.
The first one was a Ghastly.
Is the second one a Haunter?
Potentially, yes. It was very quiet.
Yeah, there was this one race where there was a similar quiet cry, and it was the Haunter, so...
Yeah, we have Ghastly, Croc, and a Haunter, yes, yep.
Huh?
According to Nate, who does know his cries. I was just doing a race early last night, and so there's some of you may or may not know there is a Haunter trade in Pewter City Pokemon Center. For me, actually, funny enough, the Snorlax was a Haunter, so I traded it right away for Sylvester the Charmeleon.
Yeah, I mean, Haunter is definitely a decent one to get as a Suicune. Gengar, definitely very strong special attacker and very fast.
Yeah, I mean, I would personally hold out for that trade. Sucker for trade things, but yes, Gengar is very good. one of the more runnable pokes. It does unfortunately have the big issue of being, well, being not able to take a hit. When it does get hit by physical moves, it hurts a lot.
Yeah,
There aren't as many physical moves that can hit it, but when it does get hit, you'll feel it.
Yeah. It definitely helps out at this point that it starts at level 40 already, so you get quite high up in level, but still, Gengar cannot really take much of anything.
When I've run a Romare Hunter into Gengar for red, the last time I had to deal was with a Crunch Blastoise, so I had to use Roar strats actually.
I'm curious though, I'm not expecting Snorms to take a try at the Romas, but I mean, with Ghastly and Croconaw, both level 40s, either one would be decently runnable, so...
He's pretty happy with Porygon too. I wouldn't go waste time, especially not against the Asazas. Asazas is very good as well, so...
Yeah.
I don't think I would chance that. Just go straight to the jam.
Still, it definitely wouldn't have been the worst play. Try one time, see if you can get a lucky Roma, and if not, then.
I mean, absolutely, I agree with you there. I mean, those are potentially. We really do have the TMs to make it work if they were to have not good set. What we've said, we do see our runners very happy with the pokes as is. Sasa's having somewhat of an easier time because he does have that actually strict water coverage, as Snorms has to rely either on Headbutt to deal with that or anything that's dual type from water or something with Surf. Gen 4 was the split for special and physical attacks, if you're, as is brought up in chat. Look man, if we're gonna go for that Hunter, I would rather just trade it away. Trade strats. Storm seeing that Slowking has Rock Smash, so if he happens to see a Slowking around level 22, he could be sure that it'll have Rock Smash. I'm sure he'll dex it for it. That's the exact plan, alright? Don't need rocks to buy Rock Smash GM, you could just get Rock Smash on a poke.
Asazas is making the way over to Olivine.
Is fighting that Pikachu that Pikachu trainer normally has Pikachu. Because you don't have Fly or Storm Badge yet, we do need to fight him. Otherwise, it's just an extra fight for no reason.
If we were to return without Fly, then we would have to get past this trainer on the way back, and if we haven't fought him before, we just wasted a fight. Or did an unnecessary fight.
I particularly despise that trainer, probably because if you're doing maximum, his item, he gives you his phone number, and if you have a Pikachu in your party, and normally would require Elite Four, but you are required to do the power plant to get that, and trying to find specific Pikachu when you're doing a seed can be tricky because, well, if you try to breed Raichu, you're just gonna get a Pichu, and that's a Happiness evolution from Pichu to Pikachu, which is not fun to do. So you're sort of stuck and limited to trying to find the Pikachu out there. But yeah, we are gonna go up the lighthouse. Morty being a scam as always, although may be required for maybe our only logical access to Hidden Tower. So not surprising to see both of our runners doing that. As yes, asazas is climbing the tower. It is a nice one single trip. I don't think either of our runners will have trouble with dealing with Jasmine, as they are fairly on level for this point. Maybe a little bit lower level, but considering their movesets and their Pokemon, they shouldn't have problems.
Snorms did buy a variety of X items already on level 29, will be getting level 31 probably in the lighthouse at least. So yeah, they are both pretty.
Yeah, Snorms has already done Kimono Girls, which explains the level difference a little bit.
So definitely very well prepared for Jasmine.
Oh, absolutely. I can't help but feel like our runners are missed out on a bunch of items on the rock. I mean, there are the 4 items in the Rock Smash that they can get right now.
Yep.
I just wonder if one of them would be progress. It's kind of amusing that neither runner has bothered to go back. Well, Storms did try to go back, but didn't get it. And here's the Rainbow Wing, so it looks like fighting Morty's most likely what was required in the first place.
Yep.
Although it could be like Storm's Seed earlier in the tournament, where the entire chain from Morty, who gave Whirlpool, was a complete scam. That was Whirlpool into Tin Tower. That was a glorious day for me.
Yeah, the biggest of scams.
And he still managed to get a very low 2-hour time, so it just shows you both of our runners are just amazing. I mean, I'd like to bring up definitely both of our skills, because this is a rematch of the bingo tournament, but not only have they made it to the round of these quarterfinals, but they are both very good runners, and I can't emphasize it enough. It's really anyone's race. So I think, so it looks like it's just the Rainbow Wing that's here.
Yeah, that's definitely more than enough, because that opens up Tin Tower, which has, what? Over 10 items?
Something like that. I don't look at the specific item count, I just grab them all.
Yeah.
Thassa's playing it very safe, saving for Jasmine.
Yeah, I mean, you're still only around level 30, so there can be potential trouble having being in here. 230s in the level 35.
Yeah. Honestly, it could be, but you're level 30 at this point. You shouldn't have much trouble with it. I say shouldn't, but you know, anything goes. Thassa's a little bit shorter on the X items than Storms. Didn't go all out. We do see Earthquake, Articuno.
Yeah, and it did up its crit rate before, so...
That's right, you used focus energy, right?
Yep. That Articuno sure was prepared.
Yeah. Sassa's just gonna deal with it, just gonna Thunder Punch it. Oh, misses the... Must have been a range they missed there, potentially, but... Or it could be like a low rate, like a small chance of ranging that Articuno, but does get the heal by Jasmine, unfortunately. Does get a paralysis though, luckily she cannot heal paralysis, so... It is very safe to take down a second, with a second set of tries. Sludge Bomb. Yeah, didn't teach it over. Psybeam has learned the lesson of not having physical move. That is very much, I will take a physical move. Snorms going super shopping now for his super repels and hyper potions. And just not getting a full heal. And that was a goodbye gift.
TM information also not really helping much. Dizzy Punch, not something we would need at this point.
Gengar, Hunter evolves into Gengar normally at 37 for these, but obviously if you're getting the Suicune, it's gonna be the immediate next level up.
Yep.
Oh, so Porygon 2 trying to learn Dig. Normally would have been interesting, but not something Snorms is concerned about. Oh. He's gonna use that X special to two-shot this Articuno. Oh
As
my god.
Smoke Screen 2?
That is just obnoxious. No, there's no reason for Snorms to teach Dig on his Porygon 2. He needs Headbutt all the way. Yeah. Also, he's got escape ropes. You don't need Dig if you have escape ropes.
They can save you money. Ooh. They can help save money, but yeah, you do not really want to have it on your main and limit its moveset because it's not the greatest of attacks. Especially not if it's not stab.
I honestly don't like it having on. Like, I'll take it early on if I don't have escape ropes. But honestly, I'd rather go to the bag for escape ropes than try to fidget with the moveset on party Pokemon for that. I mean, there's benefits and costs and benefits for both stuff, but I'd just rather go to the bag for escape ropes than teach Dig.
It has the upside that if you throw out all of your escape ropes, you cannot accidentally escape route out of a cave if you try to repel.
However, if you're trying to flash a cave, you can do that, but it's also kind of, for me, it's slower menuing, trying to move all the cursors down to Dig, depending on which Pokemon it is, and how many other menu or field moves it has.
Oh, that drove you with Dynamic Punch. Able to outspeed Porygon. Could have been bad, but gets through the confusion at least.
And definitely gets one shot because Dojo has no special defense. Yeah, so as mentioned in chat, Snorms is a little bit behind on this fight, but he has already done Kimono Girls, so that's something that probably is going to come back later.
Yeah.
Help him.
We do see that the Porygon 2 is overall the stronger attacker, so has less problems to deal with the Pokemon.
Yeah. We do. Yes. Porygon 2 has significantly higher special attack than Blastoise. Blastoise is reliable in the sack. It's also bulky, but it does have Stab Surf. We probably will see both runners catch that Hunter. We probably won't see them switch to it. Not with all the stat experience with our runners, but you never know.
I mean, if the movesets were not great on our mains, then you could think about it, but
Absolutely.
I don't think you get a better moveset than the Blastoise has, pretty much.
Lovely kiss.
Snorms already has shown that he is really fond of the Porygon 2 here.
I mean,
Okay.
I love running it, so definitely would do that.
It is definitely an option to...
Oh, we have an item on that Hunter.
Yeah, and the moveset with Surf, that Bubble Beam is pretty much useless, and everything else, nah.
Yeah, we haven't checked our TMs, but I don't imagine him to really going to check the TMs. Probably would only check the TMs when he goes to teach an HM move. And we see our pass here, so here's our logical progression.
So, yeah, at this point, Morty most likely very required. I mean... Rock Smash
Well,
items
Storms,
still
or
could.
Sasas did. Oh, here's a Hive badge. Sasas did weaken the Haunter, so it wasn't. It was a little bit more than a 30% chance. Norms just chucks a Master Ball, and we have both Hive and Volcano badge here in already, so pretty good. Storms is gonna be happy to have a third Pokemon though, as well as the Sasas. Alright, that reset item is not there. Oh, we also have the pass here too. So we've had already 3 progression items here. Very important.
Yep.
Pretty dang good for a Tin Tower haul this today. We have it is probably better known as Treasure Tower. Sasa's also gonna do a save reset here. That's always a good spot too. Unfortunately, when you're using super repels, you are gonna run out of steps midway through checking these, so you end up having to reapply repel twice. Some people opt not to do the save reset there because you're gonna have to do repel again anyways. Both are pretty okay. I guess this is the big difference between max repels, though. Max repels wouldn't be worried. We have the Storm badge here. Oh my god, this place is absolutely loaded. That's 4 progression items here. Yep. Yeah. It makes sense when we got an early clear bell. And so, I mean, I think that really is the big difference here.
Also, you mentioned that Haunter trade. Now we have Storm badge, so Pokemon do obey us to level 70.
That is correct.
So that possibility is definitely unlocked now. We just need to get to it.
Getting to it is going to be a little bit more difficult, and I think at that point... Yeah.
You never know, it could
Sasas
be...
is teaching all the HMs. I did not see what the TMs were, because I think his thing was definitely through. But yeah, this is very good to see, and we'll see what the Ho is. I talked over the cry, so I didn't even hear it, but we'll see it anyways. That could be interesting, running a Tyranitar. But,
I mean, if you have a special main, Tyranitar would be a physical backup? Maybe.
Honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about it. But yeah, Sasas is gonna go buy his Rock Smash TM. Storms is gonna have to, if he is gonna buy his Rock Smash TM, is gonna have to actually double back for that one again. Take a 3rd trip up the mall, which is not fun. Assuming he does pick up the item from that guy.
Yeah, that's what Snorms still has to do.
With us being a little bit more efficient, just based on the fact that he made sure to pick up that item.
Do have a Spark TM, so this might be something you could consider teaching Porygon to.
I would consider teaching it over Flamethrower. I know it's kind of heresy, but you need that water coverage.
That's exactly what happens.
Snorms, I still don't think Snorms talk to that guy.
But we have Kanto access, so...
Yeah, so... He's just gonna bank on picking up Rock Smash later. Or not even being relevant. As we see both of them head in there. We'll see if they pull off if Sasas does the dojo skip again.
That has been successful last time.
Yeah, it was successful last time for him. The only one to have successfully done the dojo skip and won this tournament. There's a cut. Counter. So there's the cut check.
Yeah, just so you know, we just need Pokegear, Radio Card, Expansion Card, and then we can get that Haunter trade. Getting closer.
Getting closer indeed. Although at this point we may be hoping for like a level 50 other trade. Oh, we do see our runners checking the dojo, just a floor store. Might have been still worth the skip.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's not
mean,
just Montebank, but Nate. Furious was the one who floated it off first. uh... It's all good fun. We take it in strides here.
Snorms heading towards Lavender.
Yep.
We do not have Fogbat yet, so we cannot turn in the machine part, but we can get 2 items here on our 12.
Mm-hmm.
But Rock Tunnel also completely in logic, so that's 5 items that you probably shouldn't put off too long.
That's true. That's us making sure to get room for those leftovers. We'll definitely want that.
And
Ooh,
as
there's a
others,
piece of candy. Snorms is absolutely gonna make some space for that.
Yep. Meanwhile, as others on the way towards Janine.
Meanwhile, Snorms is gonna straight head back to Rock Tunnel. So we are already
Yep.
having some more divergence here. I think Asasas wants to wait out and see where this fog badge could be before heading over to Rock Tunnel. Meanwhile,
Yep.
Storms is not worried about committing to it at all. It is absolutely in logic, so it's, you know, we got a 50-50 chance here. But, well, not really 50-50, but we do have the cut item also there on Route 15 that he is picking, that Asasas is picking up right now.
Yep.
Store, always appreciated. More healing. This is the tunnel of love. I mean healing. I don't see any super great TMs besides Spark, so yeah. He is making sure to teach Rock Smash to that Porygon too. Very efficient.
Max Revive to finish out.
Ooh, and there's the
that's a
boulder
boulder
badge here. Ooh, can get his phone call right now. As soon as he takes a step.
Yep.
And it looks like Rock Tunnel was empty.
Nope. There was a Max Revive at the end, so none.
Storm's gonna pick up the cut item. Maybe probably going back for the Rock Smash TM again.
Does not look like that.
No.
And we do have Rake of Lage cut items now accessible too. So
yeah, so that's pretty good too. And we do have these Mount Mortar items, which are pretty free too.
Yep. Mankey that sets up some defense. That's has cross chop though. Yeah.
Mankey has respectable attack. You gotta watch out for that.
Yeah.
Especially when it crits. Ooh, we have the Glacier badge here for Storms. Ooh. So we already have some divergence in progress.
I mean, maybe the upside is if you get not crit, you can PP stall cross chop at least. Should be the last one.
Yeah.
And there's dynamic punch too. Oh, this Mankey.
Oh my gosh! Please get that out of my face. Get that out of here. We just don't want to see that anymore.
Luckily missed both dynamic punches though.
Thank goodness. Asasa's able to set up despite the Mankey. Ultra's not a problem for Stab Surf with some X specials.
This getting rewarded with some nice XP for it.
Yeah. He did make sure to set up an XP as far as... Oh, and there's the Fog Badge! Alright. We have more progress enabled for Snorms. And Janine just wasted time. But Snorms will have to make his way eventually to Route 15 for that boulder badge, so we'll keep that in mind for later.
Yeah, but that won't be too much of a problem, I guess. It won't be anytime soon, as we have other stuff to do, but it's one of the quicker checks, so once we are getting out of, or running out of high density locations, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
Somewhere around
that
that
is
time.
be heading sort of down over there. I think the only thing that's kind of tripping me up still is Storm's not picking up that rock smash yet. I think he's just at this point realized I know he's aware of that. I think he's just making a gamble that there's nothing behind rock smash, which is totally entirely reasonable.
Yep.
Asazas will be showing us what's there shortly.
And I mean, even if it is a badge at this point, chances are good that we run into Rock Smash somewhere along the way. And
We see a rock smash Kingdra. Ooh. Man,
that
if
would
only
have
they
been
could have gone
nice.
that earlier, that would have been amazing. Potentially. But yeah, looks like it was the common rock smash too. Male and female Kingdra. Will Asasas get a third one? That would be rather unlucky, but you never know.
3 for 3.
Oof. Commentator curse. Come on. It's a 50-50 chance to do that. Snorms was put to sleep by this Giga training wheezing as well. Oh, we have strength here. Oh, this
is not good.
This is not good for Snorms. He's gonna have to get that rock smash. There's just too much locked behind strength.
And not having it, Snorms does run the risk of making some inefficient plays or
not
ways.
gonna pick that up. I guess it does have calcium in a bag already. Not gonna make any room for it. But yeah, this is gonna be a little bit more tricky. We'll see what else is locked behind Rock Smash, but we have to remember that all the strength checks are locked behind Rock Smash, and Storms is very much aware, and so he will be. We'll see eventually if there's anything that's there, or when he gets back around to doing it. He is flying back to Violet, so after getting these checks, he might go back for it.
Probably.
So the only thing locked behind Rock Smash was strength, but strength being there itself locks a lot of more items there too.
Yeah, and chances are not that little that Rock Smash might be behind one of those, so would be very required to grab the Rock Smash from the mart or get it on a wild Pokemon.
Yeah, or maybe just find in the field. Hopefully something that's not strength locked. I think he is gonna go for it now though, since he is not flying away after getting that second item. He's gonna make sure to clear his bag for some room. There we go. So he's just gonna take advantage of that, do the flash chamber here as well.
Now watch Rock Smash be in here.
And if it is, that would be quite an insult. I don't think there was anything good from the mortar strength checks, but he is. There is our glacier badge for Asasas now. As we get the Cascade badge in the Flash Chamber. Flash absolutely required this seed. No if buts or ors about it. So it's kind of hard to say who's strictly in the lead, but I would give the slight edge to Asasas at the moment, since he does have that strength. And he is going to be picking up Fog Badge very soon.
Has to catch up on a few surf checks though.
He also has that boulder badge that Snorms is critically lacking at the moment, but that's not going to be an issue for him.
And did Snorms do Horror Chamber yet?
I believe so.
Because asazas can now do
all the chambers at once.
Waterstone Chamber at the same time, yes. So we'll be saving a little bit of time in there.
We did have an end taping in the Lake of Rage. Slightly less red than normally is. As Snorms is heading straight into Mahogany Rockets. I don't. This place is kind of annoying, and you never know when to do it, but you might as well do it now. There's no. I mean, it's good levels and lots of items.
I think the big factor.
Annoying.
I think the big factor here is that Snorms does not have strength, so his world isn't quite as open. So, yeah, no big point to really put it off. You cannot do anything else that much, and it's so likely that there's something in here. And if strength is in here, you can just go on towards Route 44 after it.
Yeah.
For asazas, we might see him go to Blackthorn first.
Yeah, but first we're gonna see the checks that Snorms was not able to do. You know, all these strength lock checks. Ho Chamber is not strength locked. It is simply water. It is the Waterstone chamber is the one that's locked behind the boulder. Ho Chamber is just locked behind Surf. And the trainer you have to beat that had a wheezing. Probably it's better to switch to, I guess his asazas audio at the moment.
As it did make also room for Rare Candy. Does not want to miss out.
No, definitely don't want to miss out when you're not counting on main switching, so any and all rare candies are always appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, main switching at this point is not likely to happen anymore. Even if we get to level 50, we have neither part of Pokegear yet, so it's more likely that our mains will get at least a few more levels and then be around level 44, 45, where at that point switching to the 50 is not really much of an upgrade anymore, unless it's something really awesome. And,
right.
Yeah. It's
we're
just
not running
likely.
the Haunter. We're not running the. We're not going to go for that Haunter trade just yet. Regardless of whether you have cut or waterfall access to have all three Pokegear parts, and so it's really not worth the trade. As much as I meme about it, it has to be either the level 50. It has to be the level 50, honestly, to be the trade, or you have to have super early access to it.
You have to have early access to it, and it probably has to be a roamer or something like that.
Yeah. So we do have Snorms is definitely going to be showing off our quality of life thing. A change to make it so you don't have to talk to the rockets a second time after fighting them. We will have the flag has already been granted that once you fight them, that it'll be considered that they give you the password. Sauce is making room for that max elixir. Oh, and here's a soul badge. Okay, so we know at least diving in here was least required. We'll see if it's gonna be required to totally finish it off, but it is definitely required to go into the Mahogany Rockets. Unlucky encounter. Finding a Montebank there. Gonna definitely dodge that spinner.
Now, some new information on the Waterstone Chamber.
Always appreciated. Ultra Ball, very required. X attack. Prices TM. And Whirlpool. Ooh. So, going to the Rock Smash, doing the Rock Smash has paid off immensely already, and Asasa's going to be getting his Cascade badge here. So we do have full access to World Islands now. We do not have the Silver Wing, but I don't think our runners are really worried about that.
Asazas has a few options currently, but World Islands and Cyanwood definitely one of them. I still think we are more likely to see the path to Blackthorn first, since it does not require any fights and it has quite a few items. As Asazas disagrees, and that's going to kind of
I'm
turning
surprised
into
he
machine
didn't go
part,
to
probably.
I mean, he has Olivine, but yeah, he is gonna go do the Machine Park quest all at once.
Also, can fully clear out Route 12.
What was that item right before the Murkrow? Snorms was able to pick it up, but I didn't see what it was.
I completely missed it.
Oh, there's a max selection in the way, forcing Snorms to pick it up. He is gonna be shoving some calciums down. Oh, that's a King's Rock, sorry. Ooh, rare candy. Sasa's gonna be able to more efficiently clear this location because he did put it off.
And Asazas on the way towards the power plant will find absolutely nothing in Rock Tunnel.
Yeah, so Sasa has been sort of a little bit on the more lucky side with the returns of being able to complete areas more fully than Snorms is, just based off of his check, just how he's done his checks. Unfortunately, Snorms has been, you know, not able to fully clear a location, just because he's gotten access to it, full access after he's gone to the location itself. So that is going to be one thing that's in Sasa's favor compared to Snorms, is that he's able to fully clear out these locations without double dipping. And it is sort of a risk that Snorms took, but very understandable because, you know, these were the Dead's checks. It's just unfortunate that in the order that he did, it did not quite pay off as much.
Also that slight oversight there on picking up the Rock Smash Guy item definitely hurt Snorm's order of routing.
We have a question in chat about the island, World Island Lugia one having the only item. So, World Islands are all 4 of them are connected. It's just that from the top right island is the only way to access the Lugia, and on the way to that, there is an item right before the waterfall. But all the other ones are available, and they are connected through the main chamber. Looks like nothing important at the end. We'll see if Price has anything. Because obviously Snorms is not ERC skipping, there's no reason to at this point. And Snorms probably wouldn't do it anyways. Sasa's making sure to take the time to do box healing of his Haunter. Or not Haunter, sorry, of his Blastoise. Getting that extra healing in while they can.
See the trip to Vermilion.
I guess he hasn't gone to... I guess neither runner has actually gone to Vermilion. He is going to surf across the water here. I don't know if honestly. I guess that's sort of faster than going around. I just go around.
They just go around just for the... Oh, because most of the time don't have a repel up and do not want to risk encounters.
Yeah. Alright, seems like the machine part quest has not been required so far, so not gonna go do fight Surge yet. He's gonna go all the way, as you said, towards Blackthorn, so gonna do that loop. There's just so many items.
So many items, no fight required, so they are somewhat quick to get.
Yep.
And you never know, if you find a Silver Wing in there and you find a level 60 mutant Wild Islands, you are definitely happier than if you did it the other way around.
I'd be happier not having to see the Mewtwo, but that's all.
Okay, in your case it would be Thunderbolt.
Oh, it looks like Irisi skip would be absolutely detrimental, as the Marsh badge is on the gatehouse item. So price had nothing but of importance, but we do see being absolutely the quest being absolutely required.
Yeah.
And Storm's gonna dip into the mortar basement.
But yeah, this could have been a potential advantage for asazas if he managed to pick put off the hideout for longer and maybe just look for a few more badges once he has to decide to go in, and just grabbing the soul badge early and being able to leave would save quite a bit of time, but that's not happening today.
Yeah. Marsh badge is absolutely required behind it. The reset item just being a nugget, not even worth it.
There's a basement
key. Ooh. Generally don't want to see that without having the card key first. Although of course basement key is never in logic until you have the card key. We have the rising badge here. Oh, so again, Sauce is going to be more easily clearing out the locations than Snorms. Although for Snorms it's not going to be so bad once he gets the rising badge here, because he'll be able to couple the strength checks there too. But yeah, this has been really intriguing. But Snorms is getting the Rock Smash, is buying Rock Smash now. So is gonna do that and is gonna eventually pick up all those strength type checks.
Yeah, at this point Snorms is out of the good checks and is down to the unfavorable checks. So Kanto leaders and stuff. Yes, probably seeing the Substance girls here.
I guess, yeah, he's just gonna do the fight. Sometimes people will dip out and put up soft sand girls to the absolute last. Oh, we have rainbow badge here too. Oh, this is, yeah. So strength has been absolutely required for all sorts of things. As we're the only badge we do not know about at this point, or the only badges we do not know about, are the Earth and Mineral badge. But we are still on the lookout for all three Pokegear parts. Yes, as pointed out, E4 is in logic, and it's having some cold sweat there.
You never know. Until you have all 16 badges, all 3 Pokegear parks, and access to Professor Oak, you never know.
You never know. Yeah, so Sauce is going to be going into Mahogany Rockets. Eventually, nope. Going to be doing, sorry, excuse me, Mount Mortar instead. We'll be picking up, Oh no. Wait, did he just talk to Fisherman Toy? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I assume he just wanted to serve messed up movement, and yeah, that's what happens when you when you
no.
are one tile off.
We're gonna definitely get through. Oh my gosh! Monty Bike is in shambles. We got mineral badge on soft sand girls. Oh my gosh.
Okay, that is potentially bad for asazas.
Yeah, I don't think Sasa is gonna do that check anytime soon. Oh my gosh. Absolute shambles now. Yeah, so we're just looking at the Earth badge and the 3 Pokecure parts. This is not usually a situation we're in very often, I'm gonna be honest.
Nope, definitely
we
not.
might just have our Go Mode items being all 3 Pokegear parts.
Yeah, sure. And the expansion card is on E4, because that's how seeds work, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting situation to happen. Being able to find all badges before the...
Was there a badge on the... Did I miss a... No, forget to mark a badge for Basement More? I thought there was something there. Or did I'm not remembering.
Don't think so. Not sure.
E4 has been required a couple of times, although I think Nate's been the victim of that more than once.
Yeah, I can
Although
attest
it was
to
in
that.
your race too, Raylan. Actually, you're the
It was actually, yep, it was actually the play that won me my race against Nate.
It was actually a hard require on one of my races too. It was my big brain play to do E4 very early on, like way beyond anyone's time, for access to North Johto.
Oh. Yep. But yeah, as asazas did find a card key in here in Waterfall Mortar. Yeah, it's definitely a nice situation to have all 16 badges before the Pokegear parts, because you then at least know that you don't have to do anything in West Kanto.
Correct. And Snorms is going to be picking up. Yeah, is he going to teach strength to that Porygon too? It's going to be pretty good moveset. I think only Thunderbolt would be an upgrade at this point for him.
You could potentially
Or
think
Thunder
about
Punch.
Thunder. Thunder
I like
Punch
Thunder
is
for
an
red.
upgrade.
Thunder is very good for red. Zapcan is also pretty decent.
Yep.
But yeah, Storms is going to be picking up his Rising Badge very shortly. And Sasa is going to be on his way to Whirl Islands, it looks like. And there's the basement key for Storms as well. Yep.
Yeah, so the big differences here is pretty much Marsh and Soul Badge both being behind Rocket Hideout for asazas, and the Mineral Badge behind Soft Sand Girls. Meanwhile, Snorms just has to pick up the Boulder Badge at Route 15.
Yeah.
And the Rainbow Badge, which I think we just saw recently.
Oh, sorry,
by
Rainbow
asazas.
Badge. I don't remember where the Rainbow Badge was.
Here in Dark Cave, I think. I kind of remember there being a badge.
Right. There was a badge here. That's right. So Storms is gonna pick it up right now. Speaking of, meanwhile, Asasas is gonna take the dip into Whirl Islands. Storm's picking up the good rod, not just any rod, but the good rod. And we see Sasa showing off. Oh, wait, there's the silver wing! Rewarded for putting off that one item check. Here is lost item too. It is not. Snorms did put out a video saying it does save you 6 steps if you check that item that where the silver wing was a little bit later. But you know that's not a problem, honestly. Still pretty good. As Snorms is gonna do those strength checks that he missed. Oh, and here's the radio card. Yeah, so Snorms is gonna be definitely better on his way too. Gonna be able to couple in all these checks as well. I think with the asazas, we're definitely gonna at least see the 60, if anything, for just a backup main check. Maybe not a main switch, but a backup main check.
Yeah, I think the Blastoise still not hit 40 yet, so definitely reasonable to take a peek at least.
Yeah, it's only level 36 here, so you definitely want to be able to pick it up.
Yeah, if it's something decent, you can definitely think about switching here. 24 level difference is quite
considering we know that we're only a couple badges away, or only one badge away from full knowledge of having to go to red, so
we actually only need 3 more things to find.
Yeah. That's a stand true. That is not workable. You can catch it, but the problem is that it has good defense. However, it does not have special defense, and I've seen a couple different people.
It has stab dig.
We do see Asazas though switching to it. Keep in mind Asazas in his previous race did run the shiny Crobat for the win. So, there's a Blizzard TM. Ooh, nice. Oh, there's Earthquake and Aeroblast. We could make this, and it has even T-Balled for those pesky flying types.
You can definitely try and make this work, so
I mean, absolutely. Aeroblast, Dig, Earthquake. Oh, teaches over Thunderbolt. Doesn't even want to care about that. Gonna teach Strength? Passing through multiple times through his TM list.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, he has low kick on. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, going full physical, which is the way to go with Sand Slash. I probably wouldn't have taught low kick and just kept T-Bolt.
Central special text is really not that great.
It's not great, but
most of the flying types you can just hit with Aeroblast and hope.
Sorry, maybe I might have taught Surf though instead, because physical types, or something like Steelix is still gonna be a big problem.
And overall, I think Surf is just the better special move to have for coverage.
Yeah, but that's a little nitpick thing. The problem with Steelix is that yes, low kick is super effective. Earthquake is also super effective. Steelix just has a lot of defense.
So what's it? 200 base or somewhere around that?
100 base, at least 200, 210. I think it's high up there. That
it's
you're not
very high.
Its special defense is low enough that I would consider. I mean, it's not just Steelix though. It's also Rhydon, Golem, all those rock ground types. You know, we're so used to just using Surf or, grass, water or grass type moves against it that we forget how bulky defensively they are, actually. That even if you have a move that hits super effective,
Oh. No, I definitely know. I have run Sand Slash before, and I have run my fair share of physical mons, so I definitely know that even if you have a fighting type move, that's not really as helpful as you might want against rock types.
Yeah, Steelix is ground steel, so fighting is only 2 times effective against it. But, I mean, it is 2 times effective against it, but 2 times effective hitting a main stat is not quite as fun, as you would imagine.
And especially with low kick, it's not the strongest move.
Yeah. Thank you again, Rylan, for catching some of the stuff as I've been kind of splitting my attention. Making sure that we are up to date on all the different checks. So, Storm still needs that boulder badge that's on Route 15. Eventually. Meanwhile, asazas, as we were mentioning it, is climbing Tojo Falls and climb Tojo Falls, got the Solar Rim TM, and is on his way to Victory Road for lots of items.
I mean, you do want your expansion card from E4, so might as well do it now.
I mean, they're also going to be in that fly point at Indigo Plateau, most likely.
Yeah, if you are not doing E4 at this point, you probably should. Maybe. I mean,
no,
the set slash can.
It's a little early for that. It's only an hour 35. Look, I think I was a little bit bold myself. I mean, Sandslash could absolutely take care of that. Storms definitely dodging that Spinner of Doom. Yes, that Spinner, the one, the only, the notorious Spinner with 6 Pokemon. Asazas does like Bingo a little bit more, I think, than Storms. Storms is has always been very good with Bingo too, but he definitely likes the progression more. His Storms is notorious for example, getting 90 Pokemon seen very last because he's always blitz. So that's kind of one of the things. He is gonna, because did check that item last, he's not gonna be getting that sand. True, but I don't think he would even consider it, honestly. This Porygon 2 has just been so good. And yeah, Victory Road's looking kind of barren. We do have the lost item here as well, and Storms are gonna be picking up that and.
Yep, and not even
radio
just
card
in the
soon.
fly point.
Oh, he's not getting the fly point.
Yeah, which I can kind of say we do have cut access once
yeah.
we get both parts of radio of gear
There's
that we are
no
missing.
reason to do that unless you're gonna be E4. And meanwhile, he is gonna go into the radio tower.
Yeah,
This
we do have card key and basement key, so we also have whirlpools. So yeah.
I think we're just gonna be completing the quest. Storms dipping out on that part because he has not been to Cyanwood yet. And so he's gonna be going out from the southwest island when he escape ropes out. Actually, I don't think Asasas has actually done Cyanwood at all, if I remember correctly.
I'm pretty sure Azazas just did well and did.
Yeah.
So this would actually be new checks on Snort's side. Okay.
E4, if E4 has West Kanto access, he will go long. No, I don't think he would go the long way around again. He would just, it'd just be faster to go through Dicklet's Cave.
I mean,
Storms did skip Lugia because he didn't get the Silver Wing first. And honestly, I don't. He's probably pretty okay. His Porygon 2 is more than high enough. Well, I mean, it's decently high enough level, and there's plenty of fights left. You know, he has only 2 badges he's missing as opposed to Sasa's 4.
Yeah, the big difference here is the 6 additional levels the Porygon 2 already had, so it's only an 18 level difference, and the fact that we did raise the Porygon from level 5 on, so it has a bunch of stat XP, definitely does not really make that Lugia that much attractive anymore.
Yeah, if E4 has 10 of access, yes, the Sasa is gonna have to go back the long way again for it. That's true. I mean, but honestly, I'd be willing to take that risk.
Azazas has still the entire rocket hideout, the car key plus basement key quest, including Claire, which is fully, or Dragon's Den is fully completable. So there's just so many available items. The chance that the Pokegear and or the expansion card is only 4 is pretty slim. So Azaz is probably gladly taking the risk on that, as most runners are not likely to do it. And taking that additional rival fight does take a bit of time that you do not really want to have unnecessarily spent against Snorms.
Of course.
So I can very, very reasonably see.
I mean, both runners know that their opponent is very strong. Yeah. So any wasting time is probably gonna be eating at their time. I don't know how much Snorms is really thinking about that late Rock Smash access. But definitely in my mind, I'm just more prone to being self-critical, but I'd be like, oh my god, I could have had that so much sooner. But I mean, he's made very quick checks anyways. I mean, even though it was some double backing, he was able to, for example, combine Mount Mortar together again, so it's not like it was a total waste of time. Both the runners took the same amount of trips through Mount Mortar. Oh, and here's the Earth Badge! Oh my gosh! Okay, so West Kanto is gonna be completely barren.
Oh, and this could be very, very bad for Asazas, because I can see it pretty much happen that he is going to find both Pokegear parts somewhere along the way here.
Yeah.
So he will be being tempted to get to West Kanto. Meanwhile,
well, I think Snorms would be tempted too, but I think what he would do is couple in Blaine with Janine and Route 15.
Yeah, that is the big point for Snorms. West Kanto, oh, there's the expansion card on the Mystery Egg check.
Oh my gosh, we are literally just a Pokegear away from no mode.
Yep. Oh boy.
This is just bonkers. This seed has been really producing, honestly. So, if anything, Storms is going to very much check Route 15. I do not know when asazas is going to make the dip into all of Mahogany Rockets, and also make the dip to Soft Sand Girls, and clear out, Chuck's gym.
Hard to say. I can see Azazas checking Soft Sand Girls after doing Goldenrod here, since you are somewhat already there, and if you not do it now, you do it later. Azazas has not checked the item pre-Soft Sand Girls yet, so he has kinda to go into that direction. And while you're there, why not do them? Any experience you can get on the Sand Slash, any level, definitely helps.
I mean, just the fights themselves, the stat experience will be good.
Yeah. So
I don't see Storms YOLOing E4. That is not something Storms will do.
Definitely not at this point.
To do it, as we've talked about before. There's so many. Storms also has full access to all of the Rocket Radio stuff that asazas is doing, and it's just statistically the better play.
We could see Snorms go for the rival fight at most to get the fly point, but I heavily doubt that.
I'm with agreeance to you there. I'm agreeing with you there. I might just, but honestly, it's not that bad. Just suck it
I mean, on the other hand, Snorms can go for just for the experience. If you are not going for the Lugia, and at this point you're most likely not going to switch to the Snorlax, getting an additional level or two may not be the worst thing to have.
Mystery Egg. Where was Mystery Egg? It's been there for a while.
It was.
Asazas might have had it, but
yeah.
I think he might have it. He just hasn't turned it. No, he would have turned it in if he had it. He does not have it. I actually don't remember where Mystery Egg was. I know it was something that Snorms checked very early on.
Don't remember. Could have been also in the hideout?
Actually, I think it was. Oh, there's a rare candy. Storm's not picking that up. Not worth. Just gonna go with how it is.
Huh.
Picking up that rare candy. Nor revives.
I mean, revive can be understandable. You're not really want to rely on revives, can just try and deal with them or hope that the max revives you have are enough. Rare candy, I would probably
at this stage, because you know you're only a badge and Pokegear away.
Yeah. The Porygon, even though it is pretty good already, an additional level definitely helps at this stage.
Just a paralyzed heal from lost item.
I think we are going to get Sabrina.
Yeah, might as well. Sabrina's been in Logic for, goodness me, a long time at this point.
Yep.
You're high enough level where it's not a problem. Just do it.
Yep, and it's a pretty quick fight. Only 3 Pokemon for one fight here.
Okay, so we are going to be now seeing the basement check items. So it probably behoove me to switch back to Snorms' audio as well, since I would argue at this point Snorms is absolutely in the lead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say though.
I mean, just from the tracker alone, Snorms is in the lead, and we know what Asazas has to do to catch up at this point currently, so...
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Sabrina's just being total troll there. Oof. Iron Tail, and something burned his Porygon too? I didn't
That
see.
was a stab flamethrower Magby.
Oh, Magby, okay.
Could be glad that it wasn't a Magmar.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently it was a crit too.
Oh,
So yeah, it did deal quite a bit of damage. Surprising amount for a Magby, I wanted to say.
Yeah. Well, Magby has decent attack. It's, it's... Oh! I'm sorry, Sasas, but your menuing has just been ruined. Oh, and we have the Super Rod. Director not giving us anything super interesting, but there is a nice full restore right there. Always appreciate the full restores.
Still means though the basement was entirely empty.
Yep.
It was the card key quest so far.
So far, but we still have 4 items left, and it looks like Asasas is going to be heading, as you said, to the Soft Sand Girls.
Yeah, at least pick up this item. You cannot afford to skip this one. When you hear, then you can just go on.
You're high enough level, and he's going to be definitely rewarded with that mineral badge. So yeah, let me go just change the audio. So Asasas definitely is getting closer and closer to Snorms' progress, and Snorms will eventually do Route 15. It's too good to not do. It's just not a priority at the moment.
Yep. And it is still at this point Asazas has done Radio Tower and Basement Key for nothing so far. If Claire also doesn't have anything and Snorms does somehow find a way to not do any of that, there's pretty much no chance for Asazas.
Right.
If the Pokegear is at Claire or in Dragon's Den, Snorms will have to do Radio Tower eventually and will probably do Basement first, because you're not going to do Claire before Basement at that point.
No.
So that
you're
will
in on a rod when you're doing that, so you're gonna might as well do it anyways.
You know, that will give Asazas some time to get the Rocket Hideout done, which I think he will put off that much more if he is not finding the Poke Gear anytime soon.
Forgot there was a nice Blissey on the Soft Sand Girls, as he does pick up his mineral badge. Another way. Oh, Storms' egg is hatched. So, it's funny that last week on Easter we had the egg being a Chansey, but now it looks like we've got the Blissey is here as well. So we got the recursion factor going on. You know, the egg inside the egg.
Yeah. The egg inside the egg has evolved.
So what came first, the chicken or the egg? The answer is we don't know. Oh, and there's the mystery egg. Okay.
Here it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kinda glimpsed that pickup on the side, but I didn't really.
I remember marking it, I just didn't remember where it was. I just remembered it was a long time ago.
Looks like Asazas is immediately checking it.
Yeah, and he's gonna be rewarded with his, with the badge.
With the expansion
after on the event. Oh, sorry, the expansion card. That's what it was. Yes.
Or 5 expansion cards.
Yes.
Technically.
Oh, we had the egg hatching for asazas too.
And Snorms is on the way to search, is putting off that radio tower.
Sasa's gonna be looking to turn in his lost item as well as doing Sabrina as well. Oh, we have digging Kangaskhan. Just gives Storm some time to just set up. This is really interesting. So we have Asazas with already having the Boulder badge over Storms, whereas Storms has Marsh, Soul, and Earth over Asazas. I'm sure Asazas will do. Storms will each do each other's checks. It's just a question of when.
Yeah, and to be fair, the Cyanwood check, so the check fight, might not be the highest priority for Asazas, but
I don't think it's high priority at this point. I mean, if he wasn't going to do it when he was in Whirl Islands area, I don't think he was going to do it for a while.
On the other hand, that's definitely something you could decide to do over Claire first. And again, if Claire has the Poke Gear, that would be probably pretty good at this point for Asazas.
I think with Claire has too many checks that for me to do Claire over Chuck's gym. It's just, yeah. Or they do Chuck's gym over Claire.
And we do see Claire right now.
Yeah.
So this, on the other hand, could be potentially very bad for Asazas because, if there's the Poke Gear in here, he was get open to him. And, well, that's some time he spends away from his remaining badges.
Yeah. So, because Snorms knows he's just missing a couple items, he is doing the rated quest now, so it's gonna be a little bit of time, but I think Snorms is sort of gonna be completing everything else, so he's probably gonna be going into, so whatever advantage Sasa is gonna have with that, is gonna be quickly mitigated.
Yeah, Asazas still having to do the entirety of Rocket Hideout, and Chuck.
Yeah, in this case, actually, unfortunately, not doing Mahogany is gonna bite him in the butt.
Yeah.
But I do see him eventually doing that. It's just not the highest priority for him at the moment.
Yeah, it's just he does not really have the time to all of this that anymore. as Snorms will most
Oh,
likely
yes.
be.
Thank you. You're right. We should definitely have marked the us as being done with the rockets. He's been done with rockets for a while.
I always forget that.
I always forget it just because, you know, when I'm doing the tracker, it auto clicks that basically, like, when I right click, and I had it included here for the tracker because it's an important check, but it was really kind of like a toss up. Like, do you put rockets there? Do you put E4 there? It's just kind of like. But yes, thank you very much, chat, for reminding us. We've been a little bit behind with that. It's just so easy to forget just watching him do rockets and then just totally, you know, it just get into that mode where it's not an item because it's the only non-item on this tracker. So many times I've wanted to try and mark Silverwing or everything like that, but of course the radio tower sequence being done out there. Storms is not putting off 15 news. He's looking to couple all those checks when he eventually gets West Kanto access. Just to do Blaine with Janine and Route 15. So for Storm, as we were talking about earlier, Storm's getting West Kanto access is probably going to point him more towards his Go Mode item than Asasa's getting his West Kanto item. Or his Pokegear.
Yeah, the big point for Snorms is currently to get to Route 15 items. He would have to go to Celadon, then take the cycling road down, do a trainer fight, and then you'll have your access to Fuchsia. Which you can also put into a circle if you have the Pokegear, where you just do the quick West Kanto checks, go to towards Cinnabar, because you do have to what's the starting city?
Palatown, yes.
You
have to go to Palatown. Yeah.
You have to go there anyway. You might as well just get the fly point. Past towards Cinnabar. Take that one fight at Blaine, and from there go over to Fuchsia and Route 15. To have that one be a nice circle.
It's just more convenient.
Yeah. More checks on the ways you do. Or more necessary stuff.
Yeah. And then you don't have to do the extra fight in that side. Oh, here's the SS ticket. Okay, alright. We got something interesting here.
Which,
I always get scared when Asasas goes onto that land that he is gonna talk to that girl. And
nah.
It's a trainer fight.
There's just no reason for you to press the A button at that point when you go on land there. So there should be no way you get that fight unless you mess up movement.
I don't know if it's actually faster or not. It might be interesting because bike movement is faster and there's a significant amount of chunks or steps. But yeah, there's no reason to press A. You just hold A, if anything. And of course, Asasas quickly gets done the hardest quiz known to mankind. Okay, Claire, can you? So you're wasting my time. You're just making me go through all this. Ugh. She walks so slowly, too. And here's the Pokegear. Oh, okay, so we are in no mode. And Snorms is gonna be. I think Snorms is. I mean, Snorms is absolutely gonna do that. He is.
I mean, what else can Snorms do without West Kanto access at this point? We have seen Surge and Sabrina already.
There's Celadon, there's Route 25. Yeah, there's not much they're really gonna do.
Yeah, there's Nugget Hedgemaze, Misty. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The way to Fuchsia.
Yeah.
So doing that would get Storms.
We might see Asasas capture the Quagsire. No, not gonna acquire the Sire. Not today. So Asasas is running really low on those super repels. It only has 3 left.
I mean, with Fly you can always restock if
But you
you
can always
really
get
have
more. You can get more on the way, but yeah. Yep. So I can sort of take my my eyes off the worrying about tracker items for the moment, since we know that West Kanto is absolutely not required.
to. Could be a red scale on there, which we should theoretically mark on the
Oh,
tracker, but
yes.
it won't lead to anything.
Correct.
Oh, and there's Rock Smash.
Yeah. I kinda needed Rock Smash to do all this, huh?
Yep.
Sasa's definitely dodging that notorious spinner. Yeah, so Sasa's gonna be probably pulled away a little bit from doing the required checks, but he will eventually do those required checks. But yeah, I think Snorms is gonna just couple it in. It's just all the quick checks. You might as well. I mean, we've talked about this too much, but unfortunately, he is going to the unfortunate delve into the basement first. But he did defeat this trainer, so saves some time.
I mean, it is just more checks than clear and less fights than clear, so definitely makes sense to do basement first.
Oh, we have Asazas going into Cyanwood, so okay, so he is gonna be.
That is good.
That is good, actually. You know, I think he's gonna be doing the checks for Mahogany then sooner than Storms is gonna do checks for Route 15, because Storms still has to do Claire's Gym and go through Dragon's Den.
Yeah, so at this point, if Asazas heads towards Mahogany pretty much straight after, which I can see happening.
Oh yeah.
Now that the quick checks in Kanto are out of the way. That really would put Snorms on the timer here. Doing Claire first and then doing the whole West Kanto loop still takes a bit more time than getting to the...
Yeah. Because you're probably going to do Janine first as well as Blaine. You're not going to...
Yep.
You might, if you had the presence of mind knowing you have one item, do that single check first.
Which I actually can see happening also for Azaza's side, that Azaza is probably not going to fight Price. But yeah, in Snow's position I would probably check Route 15 first. I can also fly over to Janine at that point.
Yeah.
Simply because that check is probably faster to grab.
Yeah, Sasa's not done Kimono Girls yet.
Yeah, but I don't see Asazas doing Kimono Girls at any point anymore.
No, he's probably gonna beeline to it, and you know this as I said, the lead is very much in flux, and it's really at this point, we're just passing the 2-hour mark, and this just goes to show you our tournament matches lately have been low times. It just shows you how good our runners are, and really Rando's Rando, so. It's really anyone's stuff, and this is the last match before getting to the semifinals where we'll have the best of 3. So you just got to make it through one more fight. You got to make it through this last match to be able to kind of take a little bit of a breather, because it's, right now it's still very cutthroat.
And Snorms on the way to the Pokegear.
Yeah. So. This is going to be very close.
Yeah, it is definitely close, and Asazas has to hit the hideout very soon. The Kimono Girls, it's these kind of one-up checks you can try and do them before you go to the hideout, but if you decide to do a hideout, you should probably hit it sooner than later. And Asazas
no, he's not doing it. Oh.
Well, this is just the hidden item in the Cerulean Gym. This one I can see. It's very fast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, he's still missing 2 badges though, so honestly, I could see him...
If this is a badge and then you don't have to go all the way, because there's just one badge in the front of the hideout, this definitely works out in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
So the bigger question comes after this, if he's going to do slower one-off checks.
Nope, there he goes.
He isn't.
Alright, so... he's Yeah, so I think asazas is gonna be a little bit late. I don't know. Trying to switch to the lead is gonna be hard to tell because right now, timing wise, they're gonna be very close. Because Snorms is already about almost halfway done. He does have the West Kanto checks though too, and I think yeah, Sasas is definitely late. So Storms is on a timer at this point.
Yeah, but Snorms does not have that much to do if he does the right thing. So it is close. It is still close, and we do have to remember that Sand Slash is very frail to anything special attacking. So
so for those that are tuning
Red,
in, sorry,
Red can definitely make a difference here still.
Red absolutely make a difference. For those who are just tuning in, the Boulder badge is on Route 15. That's the route east of Fuchsia. The Marsh badge is in here, and the Soul badge is on the Gate Guard.
I think the other way around, but
Sorry,
it does not really matter.
It's... yeah, it's...
It is two badges that are here, one on the guard, one in the hideout itself.
So you have to fully complete the... You do have to fully complete this.
Yep. So this could be potentially bad if Azazas at this point decides to, I found the soul badge, I'm doing ERC skip and try to find the last badge elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which is a possibility.
I don't see it this late in the point in game.
I also don't see it happening, but it is a possibility.
If you were going to do it, you would do it early in game. Probably. When there were still plenty of other checks.
But yeah. If Azazas is clearing this out.
And for those wondering, the Polka Gear is the last item in Dragon's Den where the Dragon Fang normally is, so it's post-Whirlpool. So it's going to be the last item they get.
You have to do the quiz, because you are not going to the other one.
Well,
although
you could save reset the quiz, but you still have to go through the whole cutscene anyways, because we did patch that bug that we had for a while where you could talk to Claire in her gym to get her TM item. That was a legacy of Easy Claire with bingos and stuff, where we didn't want to force people to go into it, but that was kind of held over from the ROM. So yeah.
I mean, you could go over to grab the Poke Gear before you take the quiz, right?
Yes.
So...
you could, but you're still going to be doing the quiz, so even if you save reset away, I mean, you're not saving time.
Snorms needs the badge, so...
Yes.
So, Snorms will have to do the entire thing in here, which takes a bit more time. Yeah, and Azazas just has to get through all of the fights, which, to be fair, does take a while.
Yeah, so Snorms is getting through it. We're gonna hope that I don't think Snorms is gonna be baited by the SS ticket.
Nah.
No, it's just... yeah.
You know you have to do the entire hideout, which is slow, and it is definitely a chance that your opponent did put that off. So there's no reason to go for this single one-off checks. Instead, you can hope that your opponent maybe found that Poke Gear earlier than you found earlier than the badges in the hideout, and that you might get an easy go mode with the Poke Gear. Where your opponent is still searching.
So this is still, even if Asasas goes to red first, he is running that Sand Slash. He might have a harder time with red than Snorms with his Porygon 2, despite the levels. It's just Porygon 2... well, Porygon 2 shares the bulk, but it also... yeah, there's the Soul Badge. I was right about that. The Marsh was... did I say... or did I flip it?
You
must have
did
flipped it.
Say it the other way around, even if you meant
whoops.
it.
I didn't... honestly, yeah, okay, so yeah, we have... Storms in here. Gonna... Max Elixir, escape rope out. Is not planning on using any more escape ropes. That's why his escape ropes are all at the bottom now.
Also, we did see Azaz's fight the password rocket, so there's no ERC skip incoming, and Azaz is on his way to the Marsh badge.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be close. Really, it's anyone's match still. Storm's not even gonna consider the Quagsire. He's already level 50 with his Porygon 2. Very safe, pretty safe level, even without the Hurricane. He's a little on the lower side, but I'd feel safe enough doing that with Porygon 2. It's bulky enough. I mean, you're really only scared of, what, Cross Chop for the most part?
Yeah, I generally, or as a rule of thumb for myself, I found once you get past level 50, you have a reasonable shot with almost anything that you can run in there. Porygon 2, definitely one of the not so frail variants, has a better chance than others.
There's the Rock Smash. Saying, oh yeah, Snorms, I had this Rock Smash all there for you already.
So here we see what's Azaz's big problem. Still has to do this very slow walk back, then has to fight the 3 electrodes and the additional trainer beforehand. And only after all of that you can leave and go to the guard to grab the last badge.
So I think the only thing is that Snorms is going to be doing more is going to be Blaine's check.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is pretty close for both. Asasa might do Price, might not do it. I don't know. Storms might also do Jadine, but considering he knows he's missing one badge, I'd chance the Route 15 earlier. But you know, this is me as a commentator saying that it's a little bit different if I'm playing, where I'm just like, you know what, I might as well just fight Jadine anyways. But you know, there's.
But I want to say in both runners' positions, they know they are one badge away against opponent that is very, very strong. They cannot afford to take any major time losses anywhere, and that's why I would personally always prefer that one single objective does not require the fight over the two check arena fights.
Yeah.
Because they are just so much quicker to do first, and if they're nothing, you still can do the other and didn't lose too much time. The other way around, you lose so much more time that is not necessary. And the experience at this point from only that fight, respectively, does not make too much of a difference.
Yeah, Fighting to Sleep is not fun, but we have.
It is not.
He's gonna at least set up the. Storms doesn't have very many healing items for red. He does have some 4 stars, but he only has 1 full heal left. That could be something shopping at this point in time. I don't see a Snorm. Oh my god, that's just so troll. It just all the status things on Snorms. He's been poisoned like 5 different times now. It's just, oh my gosh, please stop.
Yeah, this Porygon 2 definitely has no poison resistance. And Snorms is going to do the Guard House check first.
Oh, there's Asazas! Yeah,
yeah,
Asasa's gonna be in Go mode first, yes.
I did say Snorms, I meant Asazas.
Yeah.
That is March badge.
Yep.
Asazas is good to go.
And unfortunately, Blaine is being a little bit more of a butt today.
Yeah, that's the big problem with doing it this way around, especially if you do not got the Lugia or at least the Snorlax. Although Snorlax still only in level 50. Blaine has a level 50, and if they are bulky Pokemon, you're not likely to get through that fight very fast.
Yeah, so either way, Storms is a little low on healing items. It's going to be really rough. I don't see him shopping, though. He knows he can't afford that time. Asasas is not going to be going shopping either. He's already got his X items enough.
And
we do
Snorms
see Storms
is hit the first.
So yeah.
It is only one fight, and it is very low-level Pokemon, so The Route 15 check also is a little bit of a longer travel-wise. And you are kinda there already, so
Yeah,
it is
only
less easy to go for that one-off check instead of for asazas when it was for asazas.
Yeah.
Did asazas just use his last super repel outside here, or has he one more left?
I don't know. I think he's probably running out of them. Although I
definitely saw one in this in the menu. I just don't know if it was prior to use or after use.
I don't know. Either way, he is going to red, and it's going to be. We'll see how it is.
Three
He's
rare
gonna
candies.
use.
Well,
Oops.
2 rare candies. That always happens to me.
Oops.
Like, saving one if you have to go for a different main.
But unfortunately, he does use one on the Porygon too.
Which is also our... And,
okay, so we don't know what it has. It's already learned over a bunch of things, but okay, it has Mega Kick. That's not a problem. Smoke Screen, not a problem when you have Guard Spec. Mega Kick does hurt though. Ooh.
Yeah.
Stab Mega Kick.
And not really that worth trying to set up an X defend on it because a crit will most likely kill you through it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, and here's Boulder Badge for Snorms. He's gonna be on his way too.
And is PP
Snorms
stalling
is actually gonna
that.
have probably a harder time against that P2, but I think Sasas has got the setup there because that P2 only had Mega Kick and it's been luckily missing it.
It still depends though. If Sasas runs into what
I
is
think
it?
with +6 attack.
The Steel Guard.
The Skarmory? I think he'll be fine. You have +6 attack. I would either go with the low kick or Aero Blast. It's not gonna be too much of an issue. Yeah, I think Sasas is. Oh, it lived.
Yeah,
I think that was a range. That's gotta have been a range. No.
Maybe it is a range, but a range to kill it.
Yeah, it is a range. And it must be either a high roll or something. Got Storms going through the Mount Silver in the dark, no problem, no sweat. Yeah, Sasas is fully set up and good to go.
Yeah.
And Storms is gonna have a harder time, especially since he's lower level. Even though he has higher special attacks, P2 has very good special attack as well. And it just, oh my gosh, this is...
Step Mega Kick definitely not something you really want into. And the
And here's
has
another
a good
thing
defense.
So, Flareon has not good defense, it has very good special defense, so... Yeah, this is just... Although here's the Golem.
Yeah, but Stab
+6 attack. Oh yeah. And we have... Asazas is done. GG to Asazas. Wow, this was just very good. GG. So Asazas moves on. I think most. So that. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, okay, quick note. Asazas finished with an official time of 2 hours, 17 minutes, 27 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was that Mega Kick crit on Snorms, which unfortunately took out that Porygon.
Yeah. So yeah, so Asazas is gonna be moving on.
Yeah, okay, 14 attacks. 14 attacks.
Yeah. This Sand Slash was very good. He's probably gonna be doing the Spanish interview and then may join us for an English interview later.
Probably.
Yeah.
Don't see him around for the Spanish one yet.
It might take a while, but I have marked him as completed, so he should get at least an invite. Yeah, this has been definitely a very close race, and we knew heading in that this was like the pretty much the marquee matchup of the round. I mean, maybe not the marquee, but a top. I mean, not just any round of 8 match. This was like very hype. This is the rematch of the bingo tournament, and so, you know, in this case, asazas came out, but it really was anyone, you know, anyone's.
Most definitely. Just imagine if asazas, if Snorms would have made room for the Rock Smash guy, what everything else could happen.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's definitely on his mind, and I think we can ask him about that, but I think that made the ultimate difference, honestly.
And it kind of shows that such a minor slip up and the difference in routing that resulted of it is pretty much all that needed at this stage.
And yeah, GG's to Storms as well. But yeah, this has just been an amazing matchup. Although
Definitely.
I guess, I mean, this is definitely amazing. So, GG.
GG.
What was the difference?
You're on. I think the difference for you is that the Rock Smash TM was the biggest difference.
That lost me 45 seconds. I think it probably would. It was 45 seconds.
Yeah, but I think it was also your routing differences because you didn't. asazas was able to more couple in those checks because he did Rock Smash and then got Strength and then was able to do all the Strength checks all at once and then those Surf checks, you know, right there. There was a small things that added up.
There are a few little things. asazas managed to skip Price, going for the Marsh badge first as his last badge. Which was the difference which you had.
Yeah, he did early Janine. So he picked up that Boulder badge much sooner and held off on doing a lot of some of the other checks that you did. It was just unfortunate that just the way you did the checks made it so that you left one or two of them just because you had access of them at that point.
Yes.
And there's also maybe a bit of debate about or potential where asazas switched to Blastoise, which had Thunder Punch and Ice Beam very early on, and you teaching over Petal Dance and then running into many bulky water types.
I don't think it cost me any time. There's multiple. I thought about that early, but there's multiple pokes that came out first that were water types, and I just wouldn't have Petal Danced them.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a little bit more on the side that Blastoise had Thunder Punch and Thunder Punch Ice Beam compared to your Flamethrower Ice Punch and then eventual Ice Beam. I think the other thing is that asazas had a little bit easier time setting up on red. He did main switch to the Lugia Sandshrew towards the end, so. Well, it didn't make very much difference in the fight. I think being able to take more of those Mega Kicks, it helped them set up a little bit better.
I think if I don't screw up the Rock Smash check and don't get crit by red, that race would have been within 5 seconds, I reckon.
I think we would have been very close. Yeah, I think the Rock Smash check was just the thing that was really just the one thing too much, is that you both did it. Unfortunately, you didn't notice that the Rock Smash thing, and so both of you had your back.
So the reason behind that was I was so upset when I found the Squirt Bottle because I still had the Route 32 center as my warp point, so I was just so set on death warping in National Park back to 32 to get the Miracle Seed check and turn the Kenya in, and as soon as I found that, I got really upset. And then just brain fart on the Rock Smash check.
I mean, either way, it was just really close. I mean, you played well.
This is always going to be the hardest round for me. If this was best of three, it might have been different. But
I mean, definitely.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Yeah. No, but it was just. I think it was just the Rock Smash check cascading into having to double back into most of the places.
Well, I didn't though. I didn't have to double dip anywhere because of that. It literally cost me 30 seconds from doing the Mart twice and 10 seconds of movement to go back to the
Waterstone Chamber?
No. Back to the guy who gives you the
Ah.
item. 10 seconds of movement there before the flash chamber, and then 5 seconds of movement. It wasn't even an extra fly. Like, it cost me 45 seconds. That's it.
Oh no! I was just saying, like, just coupling, because you had to go back for.
Well, I didn't. I did.
Waterstone chamber.
I did this for the Waterstone chamber, sure. But like, I wouldn't have done Dark Cave any earlier.
No,
than
no, I
did.
don't. Yeah, no, I think
So
you were fine.
it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, fair enough. Apologize, but
Okay.
you know, it was just really close. It was just small things.
Yeah, there were many little small things. Asazas never did Kimono Girls, I believe, too. So
Yeah.
stuff like that, those little kind of checks happen throughout the run. And,
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit salty, but that's alright.
No, I apologize for
Yeah.
you know, this was, you know, it's definitely really close, right? And I mean, everyone knew it was going to be really, you know, it's up to the rando at this point. You know, of who checks what.
Yeah.
If there was a special tech left remaining on the Porygon 2, Asazas might have struggled way more on reds.
Yeah.
So if there was a Mega Kick crit happening to Asazas,
Yeah.
which I didn't think happened, then that might have killed the
he
Sand
hit him
Slash.
once and then it was missing a bunch, so he was able to.
I'll have to go
Well,
back and see how much
he
time
healed
that
he healed
actually
back
doesn't-
against it.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Asazas did PP stall that Mega Kick.
He did, yeah. Yeah, it was doing that.
There's God stats on the Porygon too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It was 15 special, 12 speed, 14 attack.
Oh my gosh,
Pretty-
that was
pretty
really
godly.
good. Porygon 2. No, your Porygon 2 was really good. I like that you ran it through. I think that was definitely.
Switching to a Blastoise is a very interesting choice.
I think it wouldn't have happened if it wouldn't have had exactly Thunder Punch and Ice Beam.
Yeah.
We can
GG
ask us about it. GG.
Yes, he's joined us in the call.
Hello.
Congratulations on making to
GGs,
the round
thank
of
you.
8.
GG.
So yeah, I think it was no doubt my best game in the tournament, execution-wise, and also very lucky game. And I needed it. I needed all of that.
Yeah, I think that was definitely really close between both of you. You guys were like kind of hand in hand with the checks, and then it ended up going to, you know, who got the last badge first. Where you put off Chuck and Mahogany Rockets for the longest time, whereas Snorms just needed that Boulder badge on Route 15.
Yeah, that Route 15 check can be. I mean, it's theoretically not that slow, but it's I don't know. You kind of commit to doing Janine while you are there. I decided to do it early because I think I had a good enough main, and I thought, this looks like a good play to make. I don't know.
So
Janine
you
had
did-
nothing, but
But you did switch to that Blastoise, so we were a little bit curious about that too, because the Porygon 2 was pretty good, but then you switched to that Blastoise as well, which had an amazing moveset.
yeah, it's mostly because of the moveset and the prospect of Stab Surf or Stab Waterfall. I've been actually running Blastoise a lot in practice, like half the games I've done lately, I have ended up running Blastoise, which, it's not amazing in terms of power, but it's really bulky. I think it's really similar to Porygon 2, actually. Just a little bit faster, and with Porygon 2, you can spam normal stab. With Blastoise, you can spam a water stab with similar power.
Yeah. I guess the only other thing is that Storms, your Porygon 2 seemed to be a magnet for statuses, specifically Poison.
And Sleep.
Oh my god, yeah, that was just unlucky. Like, I think that might have been enough difference too. It just, oh my gosh. It's just, like, first it started with the Gator, and then it just got worse.
That Gator, I can't believe I didn't get in the ball.
Yeah, that was very trolly. Yeah, so you both hatched that Blissey. I guess it's a little bit late for our normal Easter, but I guess just in time for I guess the Eastern Orthodox Easter. That's this weekend.
I mean, I know in Easter proper it was a game where runners had a Chansey, I think. So
Yeah. So good, it had to happen twice.
But yeah, and other than that, I pretty much had my strategy pretty clear on delaying Rocket Hideout at that point. That I had basically everything open, and I say I'm going to leave Rocket Hideout to the end and hope I find stuff elsewhere, and maybe I will be in go mode before that, or I will find go mode like in the middle of checking Rocket Hideout, so I don't check it completely. And yeah, in fact, after Rocket Hideout, I only had the really annoying checks left, like Kanto Gym Leaders and the boat and stuff like that.
There are a few things that you skipped. I specifically remember Kimono Girls and Search, which Snorms both did. So there were some little things that you managed to skip out on in the end this way. But yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, and again, I really needed all of that to stand a chance here, I felt.
Absolutely. This could have been anyone's race. It was really close towards the end.
Well, I mean, it was really close the entire time too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just really just it was just kind of hard to tell who was in the lead. I mean, both of you had things that went over the other, and then it was just unfortunately it just came down to how it was, or it's unfortunately or unfortunately, depending on I guess the point of view. But it was just like kind of what the checks were. Yeah, we were a little bit worried that you would put off Chuck's gym for much longer, but once you did that, it was a little bit more guaranteed that you would do Mahogany Rockets. Yeah, and then Soft Sand Girls having having a badge. What did you guys think of that?
That's very happy when I found it.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy I did it, but I could have personally decided not to. So I was more relieved than happy, I guess.
It was actually when Snorms found that early, I really said that could be a really big advantage. And yeah.
That's what I thought at the time.
No, I mean, I think definitely it was, and
Not
I think
to be.
no, non. But yeah, so asazas, you have now made it to the semifinals, so now you can breathe a little bit easier. It's gonna be best of 3 from now on, so you do have some room now. It's not totally, it's not totally cut. Still single elimination, but you still have room to drop a game. But the competition still is going to be intense now. So you are going to be going up against the winner of Nate versus Ragentrag, which will be happening this afternoon.
No easy opponents at this stage in the tournament.
Yeah,
that's obvious. I actually didn't count, obviously, on making it this far, and actually, this will be a bit of a logistic challenge for me because it will be pretty much unavailable all of next week. And starting the following week, I will start working abroad for a few months. So I pretty much will have to race and try to stream from a lower end laptop. So let's see how that goes. I hope there's no problems with that.
Yeah. I'm hoping we were able to hoping to be able to finish this tournament this year sometime.
Yeah, I mean, sorry about that, but yeah, I'll try my best to be as available as I possibly can for the next round.
Yeah, so we have the remaining match is going to be the remaining 2 matches scheduled so far. We have on SpeedGaming 2, we have Bad News Nate versus Ragentrack at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And then tomorrow we have Urgote versus Roush, at 10 a.m. So this is gonna be pretty hype. And then we'll have to figure out how the semifinals will be scheduled. I think that's all for me. Do you have any other questions, Raylan, or any other final comments from our runners?
I don't have anything anymore.
Yep. Just want to say again, GG to Snorms, and thank you to Ralin and to Snowbear for commentary, especially Snowbear, because I believe you're pretty much being here on commentary late at night. The same as the two Diegos that were commentating over on SpeedGaming Espanol. So I hope at least this was worth not sleeping, I guess.
I got my few hours of sleep. It's only a little bit earlier than I'd wake up on a weekend. But I guess that's will be it, and we'll see you all later today then. Goodbye, everyone. See you in about 10 hours, or I guess 9 or 10 hours at this point. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.